Tony Carretti with Avid, coming to you live from IBC. I'm here with Julian Pin, Director of Cinema Marketing for EMEA. Julian, thanks so much for joining us here.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
Thank you. So there's a really exciting thing that you're showing at your booth here and also at the Avid booth, which is this Atmos panner. And it's a completely new concept from what I am understanding, and I'm wondering if you could tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. So Dolby Atmos is a new concept that we're delivering to digital cinema. And we launched it this year in CinemaCon, the biggest trade show for cinema in the world, back in April in 2012. And this is a concept where now we're migrating from a channel-based solution where mixers and sound designers will be creating all of the sound elements and baking that into a channel base. And we're now turning that into an object-based solution where all the sound objects that make up the particular movie scene that we're working on at the moment are presented all the way to the cinema and will exhibit locations in the cinema in the XYZ coordinates. So the panner that we're talking about here is a workflow tool that integrates with Pro Tools that allows the sound designer to capture the XYZ coordinates of all of those sound objects that will ultimately be rendered into the cinemas around the world.
So that means you're getting back, front to back, left to right, and also top to bottom panning, all exactly. In a single panner?
Exactly. So up to now, we've had a channel-based solution where we've had, say, a 5.1 with Dolby Digital, left, center, right speakers behind the screen, and a subwoofer channel, which is the 0.1, and then a left surround zone and a right surround zone. Now, what Dolby Atmos delivers now is the ability for sound objects, to be coming from anywhere in the upper hemisphere of the theatre. So we have speakers now that surround the audience and go all the way to the screen and all the way over your head as well. So we can give the illusion of sound coming from anywhere in that space.
And so it sounds like there's a larger matrix possible of speakers now with this Atmos, with the approach that you're using. What's the full size of the speaker output matrix?
Well, the system is very adaptive. So what it's doing, if you think about the process of mixing, there are lots of dialogue elements, lots of music elements and effects elements, and a lot of those hundreds and hundreds of tracks will be combined into make their own individual objects. So a helicopter, for example, would be made up of lots of different sounds to give the whooshing of the blades and the throbbing of the motor and everything. They will be combined into one object, and then that object can be mixed into a channel-based system we call a bed. Or it could be left as an object, basically a mono channel of sound, a WAV file in a way. And then the XYZ coordinates that are captured from the re-recording mixer's decision when he's using that panner and recorded into the swim lanes of Pro Tools, those XYZ coordinates of that object as they change in time are then stored along with the Dolby Atmos printmaster, sent to all the cinemas around the world, and then rendered out to the specific speaker locations and speaker setup that cinema has. So
all in real time?
All in real time. So a smaller studio, for example, may have 25, 24, 28 loudspeaker positions around the studio, around this plane and above them as well. Every single one of those speakers is individually wired and individually amplified and individually addressable by the Atmos rendering system in the room. Now, each and every Atmos facility, whether it's a studio or whether it's a preview theatre or a cinema, large multiplex or whatever, the Atmos processor knows the exact XYZ coordinates of each of those loudspeakers in the room.
That's excellent. So it sounds like it's going to be rolling out officially sometime next year and hitting the mass markets.
Exactly.
And we're going to start hearing better sounding mixes coming to a theater near you. So that's really exciting. We had a great
early release with the test release of Brave, Pixar's Brave. So that was released in the US to 14 screens and a number of other screens around the world.
Excellent. Well, I can't wait to hear it coming to a theater near me. So Julian, thanks so much for your time. One last thing, where can we find more information on this to keep an eye on how things are progressing?
Dolby.com, so www.dolby.com/Atmos, and everything's there.
Excellent. Thanks again, and thanks for joining us here live from IBC, and we'll catch you online.